I grew up in the Dominican Republic. I had to grow up with my grandparents because my mother lived to New York City when I was around 5. She lived because she needed to support us. When I was 14, my grandfather passed away. That was very hard for me. I moved to New York City. I had to restart a new life. I had to readjust to a new language. It was kind of hard because everything was new to me. When I met my old boyfriend, he would be kind, he would be nice, he would promise you everything, and then he showed who he was. He would follow me to places, he would scream at me, grab me to my hand, and I was really scared every time I went outside. It made me feel powerless, like if my hands were tied, because at the same time that I was scared of him, I loved him. There was nothing I could do, and I decided to walk away from that relationship. When I was 16, I got pregnant with my first son, and now my life has changed, and I need to make sure that person is going to have a better future than what I had. I was so happy and proud to have him. I used to take my son to school, take my son to the daycare, go to classes, go down, pick him up, take him home, and then go to work. I work in a supermarket as a cashier, all the way to 11 in the night. I did not finish high school because I wasn't spending that much time with my son, and I felt like I was depriving him of something, so I just did the GED. When I was 19, I met my now spouse, Steven. It was love at first sight. In 2010, I had Steven. That's my second born son. I felt really happy. I was working in a check cashing place. I knew that was not going to be enough for me to support my kids. Having a baby in New York is very expensive. I couldn't keep on with the bills, and I lost my home. I wanted it to be an example for them. I wanted them to look up to me. I felt like I failed them. I tried some programs like the Back to Work program that the city offers, and I couldn't succeed at finding a job. I felt like they didn't want to help me. I got really depressed because I saw myself as a failure. I was looking in the Facebook, and that's when I saw a sign that says free Microsoft classes, which is what I needed to find a better job. And I immediately called, First Step, and they say, when can I come in?
First Step is a training program for women. We take a holistic approach to the training, looking at hard skills around Microsoft Office products. We also help someone to build up their self-confidence so they feel good about themselves from the inside out.
First day on First Step, I felt comfortable because I got to meet a lot of girls that were kind of in the same situation as I was. I didn't feel lonely anymore. I didn't feel like I was the only one that was going through situations in life. I felt welcome. I felt that they wanted me there. I felt like they wanted to help me. It was a good feeling.
The women come from very diverse backgrounds coming into First Step, so there are lots of different experiences around work and education. The common theme that ties everyone together is that they want to be able to do something different, to build up their skills, and also to find meaningful employment. There are 3 phases to First Step. The first phase is all classroom instruction. That's where the bulk of the training happens around Microsoft Office products, professional development workshops, and we also do self-esteem content as well.
My caseworker, Jen, I admire her because she's so patient. Jen helped me a lot. She helped me to communicate.
We met one-on-one weekly just to talk about what was going on during the program for her and kind of track her success. We saw this really amazing evolution of Elina, just coming from really shy, laid back, to this person that she really was, who was really bubbly and confident in herself.
Elina was placed at her internship in Kramer Levin in the mailroom because she has a really nice disposition, very sweet, and that particular position has to interact with different levels of folks within the organization.
I felt kind of intimidated because it's such a nice place and professional place.
On Elina's first day here, she made it a point to introduce herself to everyone, which I thought was just amazing. She was just really, really happy to be here.
When Elina would come back on Fridays from her internship, she told us how much she loved it. She was very dynamic, she loved interacting with all the folks in the organization, and she really felt valued and like she was doing something of worth.
It was the last day of my internship. I was really sad because I love that company so much and everybody's so nice in there. And I felt that's it, that was it. And at the last hour, they called me to the office. I was a little intimidated, thinking, why are they calling me to the office? And that's when they offered me a job.
She was definitely prepped and she was ready. She was ready for the interview. She was ready for the job. She knew what she wanted, and I was very, very impressed with her.
At Kramer, I work for the conference center. I really like it because I get to walk around the office, help setting the conference for lawyers. I feel like I am now a professional in my job.
I think she went from this person who didn't believe that she was worthy of full-time employment or, working someplace that she really loved, to this person who now knows that she is.
To tell my partner and kids that I have gotten the job, it was very rewarding because of the feeling of accomplishment. They were really happy to hear that. It was an amazing experience.
Graduation for Elina was really icing on the cake. What was most meaningful about the experience was she was able to celebrate with her family.
She was with people that were around her that she felt that were in the same position as her, that they didn't have a chance, and somebody was willing to step in and give them a chance. So she felt equal with the people around her. She felt happy.
I feel that I am now more of a role model for my kids, that now they have somebody to look up to.
I'm proud of Mommy.
I think in the future, Elina will be nothing but successful and continue to grow and be self-confident and really inspire other folks.
I feel that first step told me that I have the capability to do everything I set up my mind to. It's like they fix you inside and outside. I feel like I'm a whole person now.